okay. Now, is this a crazy thing to say? This is wild. This is an absolutely wild thing to say, especially when Florida State had the year they had last year, especially when Tommy Castellanos got benched last year at Boston College. Yes, Saban's not there. It doesn't matter. It's still Bama. It's still a top 10 defense.
Y'all get to go put hands on this man. Y'all get to baptize this man. You get to tell him what it's like to be baptized in the tide, in the blood. If you know what I mean here, we're going to help this man go see Jesus about himself and about some of the things that he has made. We're going to ask him, hey, are you happy with the choices that you decided to make, particularly on June 23rd?
What the business is, what the business is, what the business is. Good morning, and good morning again. In the words of my sister, good morning. Welcome to week 0 of college football 2025. Hey, I'm your man. I'm Piano Man. Hey, welcome to the long run, the morning run, whichever run we on. Man, we are having fun. We're having a good time. Welcome to week 0. We are 12 days. 12 days, and we are in 12 days, and we roll. Stephen Hicks, good morning. 12 days, and we roll. Latoya Billingsley, roll tide. Good morning. 12 days, and we roll. Yeah. Who else up in there? Who else up in the joint? Who else up in here? Good morning, Jeff. Man, I can't wait either. Yeah, let me see what Jeff talking about. Jeff said, man, I can't wait. I like it. I like it. Keep understanding Bama's offensive players that are not on NCAA's radar. Well, after August 30th, they won't be under anybody's radar. Roll Tide, Jeff. Good morning, bro. 12 days, we're going to roll. Tallahassee, here we come. Here we come. Here we come. Who else is up in here? Good morning, Gwen, and Roll Tide. Good morning. Roll Tide, Gwen. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah. I think that's it for now. Got some more comments coming in. Yeah. Good morning, Bino. The GM is here. Good morning, Dwight. Good morning, Dwight. Good morning, Roll Tide. Okay, listen, it just kind of hit me this morning. I hadn't said this in a while, but first of all, I want to say this, man. Like I said, I started this countdown when it was 109 days. I've said this before, and I'm gonna say it again. I started this countdown when it was 109 days. I kind of got bored, and I needed something to kind of spice some things up a little bit. So I started this little countdown, and now we are in week 0. 12 days and we roll, but college football actually starts this week. Good morning, everybody loves Ebony. Good morning, Clinton Howard. Roll Tide to you both. And we started this countdown and everything. And so listen, we are now down to, and please let me be serious for a minute. I'm always serious, but when it comes down to things like this, I'm very serious, man. From 100, started at 109 days, and now we're down to 12. First thing I want to say is, man, God has been good to all of us in here. And we have now, God has kept us through all the craziness and this, that, and the third. And, man, for that, I am so grateful to still be here at this stage in the game. I'm still thankful. But then number 2, man, I just want to remind everybody that since it's 109 days, and then I started something else, because I thought that somebody wanted to get married and all that kind of stuff. I told y'all that, and this is the week now. Yeah, I'm looking at the calendar. So today is the 18th. You got from now, look here, everybody, if you thinking about getting engaged, getting married, having a wedding renewal, and you need Piano Man to come perform your wedding, play for your wedding or something of that such, even attend your wedding, all that kind of stuff. You got from now until Thursday evening at 5 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, right? Because at 5:01 p.m., my black book, my hymn book, my everything that got to deal with a wedding, got to deal with all of that. Let me tell you something. It's going in a safe, locked, and timed until when? February the 9th of 2026. That means don't bother Piano Man about your wedding. Don't bother Piano Man about your renewal. Don't bother Piano Man about your engagement, especially on a Saturday. Matter of fact, after August 21st, I don't give a hoot if it's Monday or Tuesday. Don't bother Piano Man. I'm not coming. I'm not performing the wedding. I'm not going to play for it. I'm not coming to eat any cake and ice cream. I'm not going to do it. Why? Because I'm going to be in my residence or at somebody's residence watching football, this, that, and the third. Okay? That even includes me getting married again. I'm not doing it between the months of August and February. I'm not doing it. Okay? Does everybody understand that? Does everybody understand that? I need you to put, I understand. If you single, or if you even thinking about getting a divorce, wait a minute. Let me rewind that. We don't believe in that. Well, I ain't gonna say I don't believe in the divorce because I'm divorced, but I'm not gonna. That ain't none of my business. Look at him. All I'm saying is, you don't ask Piano Man after August the 21st, 5:01 p.m. Don't ask Piano Man about attending nothing of that sort. I'm not doing it. I'm not coming. I'm telling you now, you're gonna get your feelings hurt. No. The answer is no. Matter of fact, learn this answer right here from this time, especially starting August 21st, 5:01 p.m. This will be your response. Right there. And I'm gonna put it in the chat. No. No. I'm not doing it. No. What's up, big dog? Gotta eat. Good morning. Yeah, my friend from Tennessee, represent them Vols. Good morning, Clinton Howard. Roll Tide. Double L. Roll Tide. Yeah. I mean, no. See, Ebony understand. Feel you. The same way I feel my events. I keep it light during football season. Yeah, buddy. Dirt road. Come on now. You can invite me to the house. I'm just not coming for a wedding. Not doing football season. No, can't do that. Listen, I learned my lesson. A couple of years ago. When I'm dating this person, and they asked me to take them want me to go to a wedding with them. Me with my fool self, it was during the Iron Bowl. Are you kidding me? Oh, I vowed a vow that I would never do that again. You can ask my daughter. I went to see them Icebox. Let me tell you something, man. I went to Washington State. I went to visit my daughter and went to visit my kids rather out there in Washington. And it was during the week of Iron Bowl. I was going to stay out there and watch the game. And can I tell you something? Icebox. I was going to stay out there and watch the game, bro, until I saw how they was handling their Apple Cup game, or with Washington and Washington State. No hype, no nothing. I knew it was time for me to get on that plane and come home. So Icebox, you know what I did? I caught me a midnight flight out of Seattle, Washington. I caught a midnight flight out of Seattle, Washington, back to New Orleans, Louisiana, just in order to be back for the Iron Bowl that year. That was the year of the Gravedigger play. I know good and well that if I had stayed out there in Washington and watched when that pass was completed, the Isaiah Bond they would have thought someone had went crazy up in that house. They would have thought up in that apartment, they would have thought the worst had happened. Because when I was here at the house and watching that game, man, me and my brother-in-law, we went crazy and everything. That's why I can't be at a wedding, at a wedding renewal, wedding announcement, engagement, all that kind of stuff. I can't be at that. And I know football season, a football game is on. And especially if it's my Alabama Crimson Tide playing, Better get somebody else to do it, because I'm not doing it. I'm not coming. Yeah. Oh, they don't. Really, big dog. But you know what? But he's a witness. He's a witness to what I'm saying. He's a witness to what I'm saying. Even Ebony, Noah Carter's mom, kind of says the same thing. It's a different feel out there. It just means more down here. So South, no way. Get me a flight on out of there. I see. I'm with you. See, Ebony. See, your dad. See. I'm in agreement with your daddy. I like the way y'all lighten this chat up. I'm in agreement with your daddy. One of my cousins got married the time we lost to Texas A&M years ago. My daddy said he wasn't never going to another wedding. It was just me and my brother. I got you. I feel you. But my children better not even get married during football season. I ain't coming. I ain't coming to them either. Go for cheering too. They know it. They know it. You better schedule the thing. But I'm telling you, anytime after February the 9th, we good. So you got after February the 9th, after the Super Bowl, then you got from all the way up till the next August to schedule Piano Man for whatever it is. You need him. You want him to be there and to celebrate with you and all that kind of stuff. But after that certain point in August, don't ask me. Don't ask me. Don't ask me, because I ain't coming. I ain't coming. So the answer is no. No. Good to see everybody this morning. Good to see everybody. Yeah. Yeah, your brother got married in July. That'll work too. July is good. February, after the Super Bowl, good. March, good. April, good. May, good. June, good. July, good. All the way up to a certain point in August, we fine. After that point, Ebony, I'm not even showing up for my own wedding. We getting married in during football season. I'm not showing up. Me too, Icebox. I'm hyped up. I think y'all can about tell. Piano Man is hyped up for football season. I'm hyped up. And I got an extended family to be hyped up with and everything, man. Listen. If you hyped up and you ready for football season, you ready for the season to start, I need you to put in the chat, I'm ready. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna ask you to do something I ain't gonna do. I'm ready. Let's get it. I'm ready. Yeah. Got a couple of things I want to go over with you right quick. We're going to talk about, but the first thing I want to do is bring up our coach, Coach Kalen DeBoer. I'm not going to play the whole interview from or the whole press conference from Saturday. It's just a couple of things that I want you to hear. And again, shout out to everyone that's in the chat. Good to see you, Icebox. Good to see you, Double L, Steven, Big Dog, Latoya, all of y'all, Bino, Dwight, all of y'all. Man, welcome to week 0 of college football 2025. You all know tonight we're going to have the giveaway tonight. Man, I'm hyped up. I'm ready. But let's hear from Coach Kalen DeBoer from the post scrimmage from Saturday.
Got some good heat out there. That was probably one of the best things we got out of it today. It was one of the warmer days, and saw that all week brewing, and so took advantage of it. It's been actually too nice on campus, especially in the morning. But good day that way, and it's going to be 2 weeks from today at this time we'll be playing. So talk to the guys about that a little bit, but probably a lot like the first scrimmage. Offense did some nice things early. Has to do a better job of sustaining it. And the defense doing a good job of responding. That's really general, but that's kind of how the scrimmage went. So got a lot of red zone work in at the end, slowly building up and got some reps on that. Tuesdays and Thursdays practice was really good for live action. So from Saturday, Tuesday, Thursday, and again today, we've got a lot of tackling in, a lot of work, full pads. And so I like just kind of the stamina we've had that way and just how much tackling we've had. So, questions?
Go up the middle with Joe.
Coach, let's start with special teams. How would you evaluate Connor Talty, Alex Asparukov, and Blake Dowd's performance today and where you're standing with the new specialists?
I think punting-wise, Blake's done a really nice job. Last scrimmage, I thought was I shouldn't say scrimmage. Last Saturday here was really the best day I'd seen him have. I think he continued to have a really good week. And then today, came out and in our drill work, we didn't get as many punts in the scrimmage, working into the scrimmage that I was hoping to. I think we were probably 2 or 3 less than what I was looking for with a partial script of what we wanted to get done. But he's had a really good 8 days. I think Alex continues to get better and push. Just with his injury that he had, he's so far ahead of schedule with his recovery. And so now he's really getting into that rhythm and showing a lot of improvement there. And then Connor's done a really good job on campus in the complex. Last week he missed, I'm not sure what it was, but we got to just keep getting work in the stadium here. He missed a couple today. So from a field goal standpoint, the ones further out, probably 38 to 44, somewhere in there, between a couple of those. So we got to keep getting him to work. Was disappointed that he didn't hit them all because he's done a nice job in our practices, and we've been working that every day with him being new and that whole unit being new. So we got to keep working.
Jump on the far left on the slot roll to Nick.
Yeah, Jaden Roberts, what's his availability right now, and are you anticipating him being ready for week 1?
Yeah, I forgot to mention that right off the bat. 2 guys that didn't scrimmage today, Jaden and James, same as last week. James is actually starting with him. James has been working through and building up. Feel good about the progress he's had in the week of practice, and with it being live, needed to hold back there, but he's getting closer by the day. Jaden has a concussion, just tell you what it is, and he's going through the protocol of that, and so hasn't done anything from a team standpoint, starting work back into that protocol, which included being out there today but not participating in the scrimmage.
Hey, Coach, circling back to special teams, can you just talk about the guys that you have back there on kick return and punt return, and is there an ideal guy or by committee sort of thing? Can you just elaborate on that if you can?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we haven't decided on who the starter will be back there. Guys that did a good job a year ago. We got Cole back there, really in both. And he started out as our punt returner a year ago, and he's done a nice job just being steady. And then, I think new faces, you got Rico, probably kickoff return, can do some things back there for us. And then Bach, in both areas as well. He and Cole really, I think, can do both and provide a combination of just consistency with fielding it and then some explosiveness there. So I would start with those guys. There's more. Ryan had great experience there last year. Had a couple explosive plays, got thrown into action there when Bach went down through the season. And so, I would have 100% confident having Jeremy Bernard set back there to field punts and things like that. But, that's kind of the nuts and bolts of kind of who we'd put back there.
That would be a good thing.
Yeah. I think we're in a spot now. Are you kind of saying the end of fall camp? Is that kind of what you're asking? Today, yeah. I think that will continue a little bit into Tuesday. Really, school starts Wednesday, and that'll be the next thing, So our normal camp schedule, other than, just because of how it works out, we won't practice tomorrow or Monday, but Tuesday will be like a normal camp schedule. So can't really do that once school starts. we'll have a good practice even on the weekend, Saturday next week. Try to get back here is the plan as of right now. But I think injury wise, there's a lot of guys that got that are beat up a little bit. But it's something that it was going to happen if you were going to be physical at all during camp, and we still have 2 weeks left. So the next couple of days, it's set up specifically for that reason, to be able to get these guys off their feet, recover a little bit, and then we'll certainly have a different type of week. We'll still have physicality, especially Tuesday. We'll get back after it, but it will look different. Like I said, we went hard last Saturday with a big scrimmage today, but also Tuesday and Thursday we did a number of live sessions moving the ball, just like you'd have seen out here today.
All right, let's finish up with Will on the right side.
Coach, you kind of alluded to it in your opening. It's definitely that time of year here in Tuscaloosa, weather-wise. Was the scrimmage start time today maybe meant to simulate some of what you'll be experiencing in Tallahassee in a couple of weeks? Yeah, 100%. We actually had it originally scheduled earlier, moved it back just to get a little more heat, and it's good for us. We even conditioned at the end, did some extra work, and so just trying to get ready in every way possible.
All right. Thank you, Coach. Yeah, I went on and played the whole thing. It wasn't really that long, but did you hear how he addressed some things? I wanted to bring that to you this morning because good morning, Nicole. Good morning, Ephraim. Good morning, DSGB84, my brother from Georgia, representing them Dogs. You and Mr. P, what's up? Nicole, good to see you. What the business is, you know what the business is. Let me tell you something. One thing I heard Coach say, and I was taking some notes down, jotting down some, I believe was some pertinent things there. And here we go. First I want to talk about the fact that they did this on purpose. That time of day, that was purposely done. Brilliant move. Why? Getting their bodies ready, but also getting them psychologically ready for that heat, because they're going to be playing basically in the middle of the day when we go to Tallahassee next Saturday. It's going to be hot down there. And no better way than to simulate what you're going to be facing that day, So I like the fact that they purposely did some things, had it that time of the day, going at it that hard and things like that, because that's what's going to be happening in the game. Now, nobody likes to talk about the injury part of it, but that's part of it. But I'm gonna tell you, like I said last night, and here's the real deal of it from where Piano Man sits. Yes, we've all heard what happened with Jam. He talked about Jaden with the concussion, James Smith, 2 weeks in a row as well. But I want to tell you this, and here we go. I had to think about it. My tune has not changed. I hate that Jam got hurt and everything, but I would rather it happen now. Let the other guys behind Jam eat. Be able to throw a diverse of running backs at a defense, because no two running backs go at it the same. They don't have the same running style. Now, we said it last night. You bringing in Richard Young, you're bringing in Daniel Hill back to back, Dre Washington, A.K. Deere, Kevin Riley. You're bringing all of them, back to back to back. However they rotate them out, that's going to be a cool thing. That's going to be a cool thing as we go. So I'm just saying this. Jam got hurt. Man, I hate that and everything. But then the second thing about Jam, while I'm at it, good morning, Dr. Crystal. But while I'm at it on Jam, I'm glad that the injury is not as worse as folks thought it was going to be. I'm just saying, give Jam chance enough to rest, go and get him healed. And while I'm at it, now DSG, I'm gonna tell you something. When you're on different social media venues, you see a lot of different things, right? Some folks are hollering that all the Bama fans are worried about is Jam being back for the Georgia game. This Bama fan is not worried about that. I don't even think the Bama fans that are in the chat is worried about Jam being back for Georgia. If he comes back, fine. If he doesn't, we have capable backs that I think can do the job that needs to be done in order to play Georgia and beat them too. That's how much confidence I have. I'm saying that publicly. That I believe in the guys that are going to back up Jam. They're going to play, because he's hurt. I just believe that. Yeah, DSG know what I'm talking about. There are I keep saying this, there are delusional fans everywhere. There are just fans that will say any and everything everywhere. Bama has always, just like Georgia, has had a stable field with good backs, not just the guy who got hurt. Okay? So I'm just saying, exactly, Icebox, that football is a team sport. Whomever said it, man, hogwash with all that. I just want them, I just want people to know that all Bama fans, we're not the same. We don't think like that. Jam got hurt. We want him at his best. But we have other guys who are capable of doing a good job. So we're not worried about that. But I like the way Coach DeBoer addressed the injuries. He was upfront. He even said that he forgot to tell that Jaden had a concussion. Okay. But the blessed part about it is that we've got guys filling in. They're doing a good job from what we're hearing. Now, no, he did not address the O-line in this particular press conference. He did not, to the point of what we were wanting. But something like was said last night: trust the process, no matter what. Just trust the process. Just trust the process. That's all I'm saying. Just trust the process. So it's going to be okay, Bama fans. It's going to be fine. It's going to be okay. He talked about the punts. They're okay. Field goal, that's where it got iffy. And I think it was Bino who asked the question. That's the number one question. I know we're putting a lot of emphasis on the O-line. I know we're putting a lot of emphasis on the D-line. I know we're putting a lot of emphasis. We're putting a lot of emphasis on a lot of things, and rightfully so. But that's one emphasis that we have not really talked about too much, is the special teams. Especially as it relates to field goals, this, that, and the third, we have not talked about that at all. And that's got to be addressed, because there's going to be some games that's going to be tight, real tight. And we're going to need field goals. Field goals. And those guys have to be able to come through with the field goal. They've got to. So he said that they had to work at it. The punting was okay, but our field goal kicker was missing some. That has to be worked on. He did say, Coach DeBoer did say, that he was very disappointed in that. Was it Connor Halty? I think that's who it was. No, Alex. First of all, Alex has been injured. Didn't nobody say anything about that. So we got a lot to contend with. But we need those guys up and at them. All that kind of stuff. Dwight, what's up, man? You ready to come on? But We need those guys up. And Adam, y'all, my phone is just going off. I'm in this group of college football, and man, it really never stops. But yeah, exactly, big dog. Field goals can either make or break you in the critical moments when you need a score. When you need a score. So I'm telling you now, we got let's remember our field goal kicker in prayer. Let's remember him in prayer, because we're going to need him. There are going to be some games that's going to be tight. Yes, we have a high-powered offense, but there comes some time that you have those games. You're going to have one of those games. Did I see the governor come in? Did the governor come in? We forgot to play the pomp and circumstance music. Did I see the governor come in? Governor, there he is. Wait a minute. Governor, driving now, so I can't talk much, but want to say morning to everyone in Roll Tide Road. There's the governor, y'all. The governor of Discord, JB718. Good morning, sir. Good morning, governor. All is well. Man, make sure my nieces are doing good. Make sure my sister's doing good, and all that good stuff. But let me see what else. Punt return. I saw Dwight when he put up there, please no Ryan. And I'm going to say this, please no Ryan, and please no Jerm Bernard. Please, please, please don't put them back there on a punt return. Please and thank you. Don't put those two, not your two starting wideouts. No. I mean, I got it. If that's what's on the order, then okay, we got it. But come on, man. You got more than Jerm or Ryan to go back there when we really need them. So I'm just begging. I'm just asking. I'm just requesting. Please, no Ryan, no Jerm for punt return. Other than that, Coach just very, very vanilla in what he said. It was what it was. We see that they're off today. And he was saying let them get their legs up under them. And so we'll know more tomorrow. And then, going back at it. But that was the last scrimmage. Dwight said something last week before last. Well, whenever it was that Ty was named quarterback, Dwight said something that was so key. And I sort of mentioned it, but today I'm going to take a little time to address something that he said about. He said it kind of lets him know when they named Ty as quarterback that it's time to focus on Florida State. From here on out, now I believe that from the time that they named Ty up until 8:33 Central Standard Time this morning, all focus now is on Florida State. Getting things ready, getting things together, making sure that we're on point. This, that, and the third. Why? Because I'm telling you again, Florida State's going to play us tough for a minute, but we can't take them lightly. We cannot take them lightly. So I'm with you on that, Dwight. I believe that they've already started the process of getting ready for Florida State. So that's how that's going to go. That's how that's going right about now. Now, I'll be the first to say I'm not in Tuscaloosa. I'm not an insider. I have some friends that, that talk to me ever so often and everything. And I don't hear from them every day. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you what y'all know. Y'all already know how that go. I'm not even going to get caught up in that. Enough of that. We hear that foolishness all the time. Blah, blah, blah. Yada, 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 woo. But I just believe that we are taking care of business now in just focusing on Florida State. That's the way that's going. Also, going back to punt return, Cole Adams, Rico Scott, Mbakwe. I leave it right there. I think there's your choice. There's your choice. Don't sacrifice Ryan and Jerm for that. Don't do that. Good morning, man. Good morning, Arrow Squad. Arrow Squad, look here. You got from now until today at 8:34 a.m. Central Standard Time, bro. You got from today until August the 21st, Thursday, August 21st at 5 o'clock p.m. Because at 5:01, everything the piano man has to do for a wedding, this, that, and the third, is if you have not contacted me by then, it's going in a vault, in a safe. It's going to be timed, and it will not be open. It cannot be opened again until February the 9th of 2026. Now, that's all I'm saying. I'm going to keep making that statement all the way up until it's time. As a matter of fact, Dwight, I'm even thinking about having a special show on Thursday, August the 21st, to signify that Piano Man's football season has officially began. 5:01 p.m. I'm not going to do it at 5. I'm going to do it at 5:01. The vault will be locked. The safe will be locked. Yes, click. Time, February the 9th, 2026. Okay? Got something else I want to show you. So that y'all better get that announcement out. You want Piano Man to come, you got a few days. Better get it. And then I'm gonna charge extra for waiting till the last minute. Here we go. I want to talk to you about this. Look at this here. Josh Pate. Josh Pate. Good old Josh. Here is his conference prediction. All right. Now, I don't agree with some of this on here, but I can get with it. But here we go. I'm just going to start random. Let's start with the ACC. Clemson and Georgia Tech. That simply means to me, folks, and Dwight, I'm thankful for you putting this up, because I really didn't give this some critical thought. I just saw it. I said, okay, cool, and everything. But now that I'm sitting here looking at it, because you mean to tell me Georgia Tech is going to be that good and play Clemson in the ACC? So you mean to tell me SMU going to be down? Miami's going to be down. Florida State going to be down. North Carolina State's going to be down. Is it Syracuse? Boston College. I think I said them. Let me get my Bible. Here we go. So, here we go. Now, according to Athlon, my Bible here, Clemson and Miami is picked to win, picked to play for the conference, ACC Conference Championship, with Clemson winning. Okay, with Clemson winning. And let me see. So where's Georgia Tech? And in this, Athlon, I know it's just a periodical here. Let me get all my papers. They up there. Georgia Tech, they have them finishing fifth. They have them picked to finish fifth. So with that being said, I can see it, but I don't think it's going to be Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech, somewhat. Now, don't get me wrong. What's up, Nero? Good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday to you. Week 0, brother. Week 0. Georgia Tech will find a way. Now, I'm not going to write them off, but Georgia Tech will find a way to they'll upset somebody, but then turn around and lose to somebody that they should have beat, which will knock them out of it. I don't know how to come. Matter of fact, let me look at Georgia Tech's schedule right quick. Here we go. Here's Georgia Tech's schedule. They go to Colorado. They play Gardner. Then they play Clemson. They play Temple. So after Colorado, Georgia Tech's next three games, Gardner-Webb, Clemson, and Temple, are at home. Georgia Tech will be 3-1 because they'll beat. I kind of believe they'll beat Colorado. I think they'll beat them. I think they will. I think they're going to that Clemson game undefeated. And then they play, after Clemson, they play Temple. And then they go to Wake Forest. They play Virginia Tech. They go to Duke. They play Syracuse. They go to North Carolina State. They go to Boston College. They play Pitt. And then they end with Georgia in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. But to keep it right here, I could see them playing Clemson, but they're going to need to play. They're going to have to play their A game, man. They're going to have to play their A game all the way through. But it goes to show you, in Josh Pate's eyesight, the ACC is very weak. And so Clemson, but he has Clemson winning. The Big 12, Arizona State, Texas Tech, I believe that. But I believe Texas Tech. Now, don't get me wrong. Arizona State, Sam Leavitt, at quarterback, all that good stuff. They're kind of loaded, but Texas Tech is loaded too. I believe Texas Tech upsets them. I believe that was going to be other way around. Now, I see what Nero says Clemson is stacked. Yes, Clemson is stacked, but Clemson's level of competition is very low, and it's fool's-worthy kind of sort. So, but when Clemson steps out of the ACC, that's where Clemson's gonna struggle. They struggled last year. I'm telling you, they struggled. I think they'll struggle again this year. Now, some of my friends, a friend of mine, which was shall remain nameless here in the United States of America, tends to think that Clemson is going to the Natty. I don't think so. I think once you get Clemson outside of the ACC, I think that's when you're gonna see where they're the most vulnerable. ACC is weak. Josh Pate's kind of letting us know that by putting Georgia Tech in there as in the championship. And that's not a knock on Georgia Tech. That's just kind of showing you that those other schools are not as strong as they used to be. So Clemson, yeah, but like Texas Tech loaded up in the transfer portal. They did, and they bought some dogs in. So I believe Texas Tech will be that squad that will upset Arizona State. Penn State, Oregon. Good morning, Carla. Roll Tide. Yeah, I hear you, Dr. Crystal. Swimming, right. I don't see Clemson doing that. Yeah, Clemson has a squad now. Don't get me wrong. They have one. But when they step outside of that ACC during playoff time, I don't think they're going to hold up. Penn State, Oregon. I find a lot wrong with that. First, I don't think Penn State is going to get to their Big Ten championship. I don't think so. I'm just going to go on and say it. I'm not buying the James Franklin hype. I'm not buying it. He finds a way to lose big games. First of all, they won't beat Ohio State. I'm just going to go on and say it. They're not going to beat them. Second of all, I'm just dealing with Penn State. They're going to be good. They're supposed to be loaded, this, that, and the third. But it's a known fact that Penn State can't win the big games. Go argue with somebody else, but the facts are in the details. And Penn State won't do it. I don't give a who they go as defensive coordinator. Doesn't matter to me. Penn State has has a mentality of losing big games, and they're going to lose to Ohio State. Oregon, on the other hand, Oregon won't make it either. Why? Oregon can't win big games either. You've got two teams represented there, Josh, that are known to lose big games. Oregon is overrated. Now, I know if my son Sam Black was on here, he would say, Dad, come on now. Oregon is overrated. And I'm going to say it again. Wait a minute. I'm going to tell you what. Let me show you why. Let me go back to the Bible. Let me go back to the Bible. Here we go. All right, let's look at Oregon's schedule. Here we go. Matter of fact, they got Athlon has Oregon picked to finish third. Well, I'm telling you, it'd be Penn State and Ohio State, according to them. I don't think Penn State is going to make it. All right, here we go. Oregon. Let's look at their schedule right quick. Oregon, they're playing Montana State, playing Oklahoma State, at Northwestern. Then they play Oregon State. They go to Penn State. That's going to be a good game to watch. I wish it would end in a tie because I don't like neither one of them. But then they play Indiana. They play Rutgers, Wisconsin. They go to Iowa. They play Minnesota, USC, and they go to Washington. Nah, I'm still not buying that. Still not buying it. And even if they make it to the Big Ten championship, they're still going to lose it. Now, here's Penn State's schedule. Now, watch this. Nevada, FIU, Villanova, Oregon. They go to UCLA, Northwestern. They go to Iowa. They go to Ohio State. They play Indiana. They go to Michigan State. They play Nebraska. They play Rutgers. I see a loss. Ohio State. Can't beat them. That's the game that's going to do them in. I think it'll be Ohio State, Oregon in the no. Let me take that back. Whoop. Let me back up. I think it will be Michigan playing in that. I don't know who they'll play, but I think Michigan gonna take it. Michigan gonna beat Ohio State again. That's where the controversy is gonna come in. Penn State will lose to Ohio State. Ohio State will lose to Michigan. I'm telling you now, and I keep telling y'all this. If Michigan gets past Oklahoma, nobody's going to beat them. Not in the Big Ten. Michigan will face the same problem that Clemson will face, and once they get out of the Big Ten, that's when Michigan will start losing. But I'm telling you now, Michigan's going to be that team. Who's going to beat Michigan, Nero? Show me. Show me who will beat Michigan in the Big Ten. Show me 3 teams in the Big Ten who will beat Michigan. I'm looking at their schedule right now. They play New Mexico, at Oklahoma, Central Michigan. They go to Nebraska. Penn State won't beat them. Let me see. They don't play Penn State. They're not playing them. That's why I'm telling you. Penn State won't even beat them. USC, maybe. If USC don't have no defense, Michigan will run all over them. Ohio State's not going to beat them. Come on, Nero. Come on, bro. 4 years in a row. Ohio State ain't beat them yet. And Ohio State this year is playing them in Michigan. That's why I'm telling you, look at their schedule. That's why. Let's go. They go to Nebraska. They play Wisconsin. They go to USC. Washington comes to them. They go to Michigan State. They play Purdue. They play Northwestern. They go to Maryland, and then they end with Ohio State, and they're playing Ohio State in Ann Arbor. Now, who's going to beat them? All that scandal stuff, I don't even want to hear about it no more. NCAA did exactly what I said they would do. Absolutely nothing. Gave them all a slap on the wrist and got that the show clause going and this, that, and the third. So that's why I said that right there, Nero. I don't think neither one of those teams make it. If one of them do, it'll be Oregon. But Penn State won't make it. Penn State won't beat Ohio State. Ohio State won't beat Michigan. And there the Wolverines going to be right back at it right there one more time. That's my theory. And Michigan will win that Big Ten, not Oregon. And then on the hot seat will go Dan Lanning. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And then right there, the last Alabama, Texas. I've never bought the Manning hype. I've never bought the Manning hype. That would, out of all of these right here, that would be the best game because you're gonna see two. I think you will see some two balanced teams. Two balanced teams. That's how I see it. Two balanced teams going at it. But I believe Alabama will beat them. At that time of the year, Alabama beat them. Texas, I think they're going to have Georgia fatigue. They have Georgia fatigue. Yeah. Yeah, Neuro. Michigan's schedule is easy. Ephraim, Michigan won't win the Big Ten. You look at the schedule, Ephraim. Look at the schedule. And they're going to beat Ohio State again. Good morning, Ebony, but I'm sorry to tell you, but Michigan going to beat y'all again. They're going to beat you again. Oh, Michigan beat y'all again. I'm going to tell you now. Michigan beat y'all again, Ryan Day gone. I'm telling you now. I'm telling you. Michigan gonna beat them, Ephraim. I'm sorry. I know y'all don't want to see that. You ain't got enough, Ebony. And then you don't want that because deep down in your heart, you know Michigan got y'all. Michigan got your number right now. It'll be a long time. It'll be a long time before Ryan Day and Ohio State see a win in Michigan. Yeah, and Neuro, you're right. Now, but the reason that I'm saying, dog, Steven, but the reason that I'm saying what I'm saying, Neuro, about that Oklahoma game is going to be tough. Oklahoma going to have one heck of a defense. I'm telling you now. And they're going to play Michigan tough. But if Michigan comes out of that game with a win, nobody will beat them. Not in the Big Ten. And that includes Penn State. Ephraim, I know you drank the James Franklin Kool-Aid, but sir, go get you some Pepto-Bismol and get that off your stomach. Because I'm telling you now, Penn State will not win the Big Ten. They're good, but they find a way to lose big games. They find a way to lose big games. Okay, let's look at that schedule. Thanks, Dwight. Look at the schedule of Ohio State. They play Texas. I want them. Now, my friends don't want Ohio State to win against Texas. I do. I'm not hyped up with no SEC. I'm just pro Bama. I ain't worried about the rest of the SEC. You know, Ebony got the sugars. Yeah, this is Penn State's year to lose another one. I agree with you. It's Penn State's year to lose another one. They Ohio State playing Texas. I think they'll win that one. They play Washington. They go to Indiana. They go to Iowa. The only thing I worry about with Ohio State on this particular schedule is Michigan and Iowa. Iowa plays them tough. Iowa plays them tough all the time. You know, Iowa plays them tough all the time. Maryland, they win that one. Wisconsin, they win that one. Rutgers, they win that one. Northwestern, they're showing up win that one. Penn State, they got that. They're gonna hang that carrot on Penn State and beat them again. Watch and see, Ephraim. You're gonna say that doggone piano man. You know, they're gonna beat Michigan State, and then they go to Michigan. Michigan is going to beat them again. Their schedule, Ephraim, if you don't mind, Dwight, if you can, pull up Michigan's schedule. The schedule. Stay at Ohio State. I'm not all that crazy about them. I'm not crazy about Ohio State at all. I'm crazy about Michigan. I'm just looking at what I'm seeing. And Ephraim, I don't give a hoot if they're going to have Fred Flintstone, Barney, Mr. Slate, and the rest of the Flintstone gang. Penn State is not winning the Big Ten. Ebony, you got one part of it right, but no. Ohio State not winning the Big Ten either. Telling you now, it's gonna be Michigan. They got that it factor on their side right about now. Listen, when they didn't do nothing about Michigan and all this cheating scandal the other day, that lets you know what time is getting ready to be. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Look at what Penn State got returning best in Big Ten. So Penn State has fielded some good squads in the past and couldn't beat Ohio State. Hadn't beaten them, in 10 years? Couldn't be 11. Exactly, Jeff. So I'm just saying now, Okay. All right. Okay. We gonna see. We gonna see, Ebby. We gonna see. I hope you don't have the sugars, but I'm telling you now, when Michigan beat Ohio State again, Ebony just come have a seat on the long run couch and, just lay on down and just sit down and tell me about the withdrawals that you're having, because Michigan gonna beat you again. Telling you. Like Alabama gonna beat Georgia again. Michigan got Ohio State's number. Ohio State has Penn State's number. That's what make college football fun, is when somebody just got your number. Got your number. Now, I ain't talking about this stuff once in 40 years stuff. They ain't having nobody's number. I'm talking about if somebody done beat you 4 years in a row, they got your number. They just got your number. You know it, I know it. Yeah, those streaks are meant to be broken, but they're not going to be broken this year, Nero. I'm telling you, wait a minute, who's that? Whoa. Yeah, Double L. I agree. I totally agree. So ain't no sense in crying over spilled milk. No, Jacob I said that before I even met Jacob. First of all, I said that the NCAA would do nothing to Michigan. I've been saying it from the word go. Ever since all this stuff has come up, ever since it's been coming up, all this Connor Stallion stuff, I told you they wasn't going to do nothing to him. And they didn't. They didn't do anything to him. Michigan just going to reload. I'm just saying. Yeah. Now, Nero, let me put this up there. Nero. That's about the dumbest thing. Dwight, we ain't talked about that either. Michigan is appealing the punishment that was handed down to them. Yes, I saw that. That is crazy. I would have just took that little punishment and went on about my business. You gonna poke this bear, and when you appeal it and they go to really digging, this time, I guarantee you, that's what they should leave alone, because the problem is, from what I'm hearing, is that the alumni does not want to pay the $30 million. But It's a lot more to it than that, from what I'm understanding. Maybe this evening I'll have more about that, Nero, about how much money is actually on the line. How much money is actually, and it's in the millions of dollars. And I think that's the real reason why they are appealing it. They're appealing it is because, see, on the surface, we're hearing about the 20 and the $30 million. But I was told by someone that is actually more than that when you begin to calculate it all up. Oh, they got it's a stiff penalty, but no vacated wins, no loss of the natty, nothing. They didn't do none of that to him. That would have been a real humdinger if they had lost the natty, vacated wins, over that stretch that the accused time of the sign stealing was going on, I'm telling you. But they didn't do it. So yeah, I saw that part, Nero, and I just said, what in the world are y'all appealing it for? I bet they get fined for leaking all the female. See, all that's gonna come up, big dog. See, I would have just, me personally, just a little common sense, I would have said, cause especially when you know that you got rid of some stuff. There was some allegations out there that you got rid of some stuff, and there was evidence that you just, there were emails and this and that and the other. Whole lot of stuff happened. So, and now you want to appeal it. Now that what was covered now has a possibility of becoming uncovered. And in my famous words, and yonder goes Jesus on the bicycle. I think Michigan need to leave well enough alone. Don't be greedy. Don't be stupid. Let's see what we got here. So that's that. I'm just saying, man. That's what's happening now. What do you think about letting someone in the chat pick a fourth game, Steve and Jeff? You know what? I'm gonna later on this week, Icebox. We're gonna have a pick 'em. Because we got some games coming up this week. That's why they call it week 0. But you do have one game, Iowa State and Kansas State. We're gonna talk about that a little bit later on. Yeah, but I'm just saying, y'all. But back to Josh Pate again. I'm telling y'all now. Don't say that's Ohio State. Okay, I had that one. All right, but back to Josh Pate. I don't believe that some of that, especially that Big Ten, I don't believe neither one of those teams will make it. Now, Oregon might, but they're going to play Michigan. They're going to play Michigan. I don't think Penn State going to get there. I'm sorry, y'all. I know y'all want to see James Franklin do it. I know y'all want to see James Franklin do it, but I ain't buying the hype. I believe he gets to a point and he drops the ball. So I think that's how that's running. Everything else besides Clemson, Georgia Tech, got question marks about. But that Big Ten and ACC, we'll see. We'll see. Season is long. Just a prediction. Season is long. If I'm wrong, I'll say I was wrong. But I kind of doubt it. Nah. Ephraim, watch and see. If Penn State beat Ohio State, I'll go so far and say this. If Penn State beats Ohio State this year, then the Big Ten will be the one of natty 3 years in a row. Now, and I don't see that happening. Yeah. I feel like the SEC has a much tougher than the Big Ten guy, and we do. And they do. The quality of teams week in and week out, Neuro, is not there in the Big Ten like it is in the SEC. I'm just serious. I'm just saying. Somebody. Yeah, Ephraim. I don't see it. I don't believe it. But if Penn State beats Ohio State, then you'll have Ohio State, Michigan, Ohio State, Penn State. You're going to have a Big Ten champion winning the Natty for the third year in a row. That's the only way that's going to happen. Then Penn State going to be in that vein, but I don't think it's going to happen there. Michigan will win it again before Penn State will win it. Telling you now, if you just want to keep it a buck, Michigan will win it before Penn State will. I'm telling you, Michigan got that. They got that juju. They do. And you can watch spring training, training wheels, training camp all day long at Penn State. They're not going to win the Natty. They're not going to win the Big Ten. Just saying. Yeah, they got somebody as the defensive coordinator. I ain't going to help them. Big stages are Penn State's kryptonite. Just saying. I'm not sold on it. Hate to say this and don't mean to sound whatever. If it was a Joe Paterno coach team, I halfway buy it. If it was a Joe Paterno coach team, yeah. James Franklin did better at Vanderbilt in per capita than he's done at Penn State. We are waiting for them to show a little dominance over OSU. Who? Penn State. You're going to be waiting from now till the Messiah up here. That's not happening. Yeah. And look at Michigan now. 4 years in a row. Ohio State. You hold Jeremiah Smith the 35 yards and you doing something. Michigan defense. I'm just saying, man. I'm not drinking no Kool-Aid. I'm just calling it like I see it. Penn State won't win the Big Ten. That's gonna be if Oregon's gonna make it, it's gonna be Michigan and Oregon, and Michigan to take that. Penn State gonna be on the outside looking in. They'll drop down in the seed and then get knocked out in the playoffs. No, Jacob has me. Look, how can Jacob convince me? And I know more about Michigan than Jacob does. Jacob can't convince me. Y'all can believe that foolishness if you want to. Bryce Underwood will only be as good as the guys around him, Nero. He's good, but it's going to be the guys around him. Michigan going down. They got signs. Have to get pinned in to see what this time is good. Yeah, we'll get together. Fucking odds against Bama winning the NFC. This is not the same team, so keep doubting it. Yeah. I'm just going to take one game at the time as far as Bama goes. Jeff, one game. Only game I'm worried about right now is Florida State. Nero, you know what? I haven't seen really Underwood either. But when you're talking about Michigan, I don't give a who to put Bugs Bunny back there at quarterback. Michigan's going to have a good team. Michigan's going to be good. And now that the scandal thing is over and they got what they got, no games lost, no bowl ban, no vacated wins. Life goes on. Michigan going to say, now it's time to kick butt. Self-imposed, what's called that? A self-imposed suspension, but you choose the game you want to suspend your coach back. That's why I'm saying Michigan. That's why. They get to call their own shots. Yeah, Penn State might average 30 points a game, but Ohio State gonna average 31. So do the math. Ohio State gonna beat them again, Ephraim. You won't change my mind, player. You won't change my mind. I'm sorry. Ohio State gonna beat them again. Penn State can't win the big game. They can't beat Ohio State if Ohio State showed up in a ambulance and a bunch of gurneys and they got IVs all in them. Penn State will find a way to lose that game. I wouldn't care if Ohio State showed up protein deficient. Ohio State will beat Penn State. I'm telling you. Michigan gonna have that D, man. That's all Piano Man is saying. That's all I'm saying. Right, big dog. Now I'm gonna tell you like this. Now this is where me and Jacob part company right here. He put JJ McCarthy in this elite status. JJ McCarthy couldn't play his way out of a wet paper bag with a hole in both ends. And they'll say like, well, he beat Alabama. Alabama beat Alabama. You know. Nah, Ephraim, I'm not picking the wrong team. Come on now. What has history said? What has history taught you, Ephraim? Look like it ain't taught you anything, sir. Penn State historically can't win the big games. I'm going to go so far and I'm going to say it again. Here we go. If it was a Joe Paterno coach team, yes. James Franklin, no. Penn State schedule: Nevada, FIU, Villanova, Oregon. Yeah, they're gonna go 4-0. Yeah, because they'll beat Oregon. They should beat Oregon at all. They should. If Penn State lose to Oregon, it's gonna be lights out. UCLA, Northwestern, Iowa. I think they go to Iowa. The Ohio State, Indiana, Michigan State, Nebraska, and then they play Rutgers. Okay, Penn State win. You put on the Penn State jersey? No, because they're not gonna win. Who are you trying? Wait a minute now. So Ephraim, we're talking about them and Ohio State, right? Is that what we're talking about, or just the Big Ten in general? Are we talking about them winning the Big Ten, or are we talking about them beating Ohio State? Because I'm telling you now, they lose to Ohio State, they won't be playing for the Big Ten. It's just gonna be that simple. If Penn State wins what? Paint my face, Penn State. Well, Ephraim, sound to me like you a Penn State fan. Oh, so you want me to paint my face if Penn State beats Ohio State, which they're not, and if Penn State wins the Big Ten, which they're not even going. I won't be painting my face. Penn State's not going to do it. You're going to be having egg on your face when Penn State lets you down. Penn State's going to find a way to lose games. I'm not sold on them. Nope. And that'll be a nope. Give us a shot. No, I'm not a Michigan fan. I just got good sense. I'm an Alabama fan. I'm just calling it from, I'm just going by what I see. I'm a Bama fan. I don't care what Michigan does. Michigan's going to win the Big Ten. Not Penn State, not Oregon, not Ohio State. Then you're going to say, Piano Man is a genius. I sure am. It's not so much I'm a genius. It's just that I'm watching how a pattern is going. I'm just watching the pattern. I could be wrong, but I'm like Charles Barkley. I doubt it. I kind of doubt it. I don't think Penn State is as good as everybody's going to make them out to be. And then I just look at you and say, I hate to tell you that I told you so, but I told you so. I'm just saying. So, you know, I'm just saying. Come on now. I'm just saying. But I'm Alabama all the way. I'm like Steven. I'm giving piss about nothing but the tide. Penn State wouldn't beat Alabama when it boiled down to it. I'm telling you. Penn State wouldn't beat Alabama. Are you serious? Man, please. I ain't got no faith in Penn State. Don't drink that Kool-Aid there from you. Better come. You got to. Don't drink that. Don't drink it. Leave that Kool-Aid alone. Don't buy all of the hype. Don't buy the hype. Penn State. I'm gonna tell you, if Penn State had to play Georgia, if Penn State had to play Bama, if Penn State had to play even Texas, that'd be 3 games they would lose. Yeah, Jeff. Tell him, Jeff. Now, I'm just calling it. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of nobody but that. Ephraim. Okay, let me prove it to you. When was the last time you saw me represent anybody but Alabama? I'll wait. I wore an Alabama shirt. Alabama. This my hat right here. This my cap right here. I've worn nothing but Bama gear, and you gonna tell me I'm a Michigan fan? The hell you? Oh, I'm sorry. You talking about? Man, no. I'm just saying Michigan is going to win the Big Ten. That don't make me a fan. I just call it like I see it. I'm not sold on Penn State, just like I'm not sold on Oregon. I'm not sold on them. I ain't sold on Nike like that. First of all, I'm an Adidas man to start with. I love Adidas. So that's all Oregon is known for. A good uniform, pretty uniform, this, that, and the third. Okay. Penn State is been wearing those same type uniform. They've never changed up. This, that, and the third. They just plain Jane. All right. That don't make me a fan. Matter of fact, when I used to live in West Virginia, all you used to hear about from college was, here you go, Ohio State, Penn State. When I was living up there, Ohio State, Penn State, Michigan, and basically, ever so often, Pittsburgh. That's about it. That's about it. I've never, ever, but then later on in life, as I got older and I started watching some of the other pro teams, and I found out that Joe Namath went to Alabama, that's how I started liking Alabama. I'm just saying. And and I told you my mom went to do some graduate work at Ohio State and would bring me Ohio State paraphernalia. I threw that junk in the garbage. And I've just been an Alabama fan. And you never seen me. Come on, chat, help me out. Have y'all ever seen Piano Man represent anything in Michigan? No. I answered that one myself. And never will. It's always been that crimson and white player. So you can drink that Penn State Kool-Aid, that blue Kool-Aid if you want to. I'm like the Nutty Professor, Buddy Love and the Nutty Professor. You just going to get you a little bit of that blue stuff. Go ahead. Go ahead. You drink the Penn State Kool-Aid. But when they get through making you sick on the stomach, you come back over here and see Piano Man, and I'm going to give you some crimson and white. Just now I did what? Ephraim, I think you had a bad dream last night, and you if we was in, look at him. If we was in a chat field with men, I'd tell you something, but I'm going to respect the ladies in here. I'm going to respect them. I'm going to respect them and everything. But if we was in a chat field with men, I'd tell you something about that. But I'm telling you, Ephraim, I ain't got no problem with you saying what you saying, but don't try to make me out to be something that I'm not. I'm not a Michigan fan. I'm just going to say they're going to win the Big Ten. Penn State won't. That don't make me a Michigan fan. That just makes me somebody just calling it like he see it. Now, if I'm wrong, I'm just wrong. But Michigan is going to win the Big Ten, not Penn State. Because Penn State won't beat Ohio State. Ohio State won't beat Michigan. Oregon won't beat neither one of them. I know you don't mind cutting up in the chat, Ephraim, but I take that stuff personal because I'm Bama till my casket drop. And I'm telling you now, when the Lord come back and the trumpet sound, he coming back on the Alabama fight song. Dun, 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 dun. And that's what they're going to play now. I'm telling you. What you mean wrong again? Okay. Keep on. Keep on. Keep on. Just keep on. I'm going to let you, go eat some bacon or something. Go get you some bacon and some grits and some gravy and some hot coffee and read your Sunday school lesson while you at it. Because you talking crazy now, talking about Penn State. Man, get out of here. Get out of here. I'm telling you. Please help him out, Stephen. I'm telling you now. Yeah, anyway. I'm just saying. I made my own self hungry talking about some bacon. I think I'm finna go get me some breakfast right now. Get some bacon. Put some all that kind of stuff. But anyway, but yeah, Ephraim, come on now. Now, if you believe Penn State gonna do it, I'm gonna let you have that. I'm not sold on. I ain't sold on. But when I look at all these conference champions, the only one matter to me is the one that says SEC, and that script A is right there. Right there. I don't give pissed by nobody else. Get the Michigan sandwich. I don't want no Michigan sandwich. I'm just saying Michigan gonna win the Big Ten. Michigan ain't, I tell you what. So watch this. So let me show you what side of the fence I'm on, Ephraim. Because I'm glad you said what you just said, because it just reminded me of something. And when Jacob comes on here tomorrow, I tell him, I've already said, I want to play Michigan again. I want to play Michigan again. I want my lick back. Yes, sir. And I guarantee you, we'll take care of business this time against the Michigan Wolverine. Now, how in the world I'm going to be drinking the Michigan Kool-Aid and want Alabama to just stomp a mud hole in there? Man, don't get me upset early this morning. It's just Monday. It's week 0. And Alabama ain't even playing this week. And I'm already, no, they ain't going to steal no signs again. What's up, Bama, in 2025? I ain't mean not to speak. How you doing, sis? Good to see you. No, they ain't going to steal no signs this time. The only sign they going to steal is sign language. And they going to say L-O-T, lost. That's what it's going to be. It's going to go back to being lost. I'm telling you now, I don't care what they do. All I know is I just worry about that team that has that script A, the block A, with the elephant running around there. All I worry about is when they say first down, Alabama, and then the crowd say roll tide. That's all I worry about. I don't give a flip about Michigan. I don't care about Penn State, slippery rock, slip sliding away. It don't make no difference to me. All I worry about is the tide. The tide. You got it? The tide. Don't bring me none of that other foolishness. If you can't tell me nothing about, look at him. If you can't, okay, so if I'm on the Kool-Aid, Michigan Kool-Aid, really, Ephraim, what Kool-Aid you on? You go. What Kool-Aid you on? I'm telling you. Oh, he know it. Ephraim just trying to push my button. But I'm gonna tell you what, when Alabama get through beating Florida State on August the 30th, he gonna know which way I'm rolling, because I'm finna tell you now, I'm gonna give every Florida State fan, including my son, the business. On what Michigan Kool-Aid? All because I said Michigan gonna win the Big Ten. All because I said. And what happens if they do? Then what y'all gonna say? Oh, okay. Okay. Wow. All because I said Michigan gonna beat Penn State, Michigan gonna beat Oregon, Michigan gonna beat Ohio State again. And that's gonna make me switch fan base. Wow. Okay. I'm just saying. I just got my money on Michigan when it come to that. I got my money on Alabama when it come to everybody. I'm telling you now. I'm just saying. But you know how to push my button. But I'm just gonna stick by what I said. Michigan is gonna win the Big Ten. Look, come on now, Ephraim. They know what this is, but they act like they're a cross between Alzheimer's and a misunderstanding. But I'm telling you, Penn State ain't gonna do it. Penn State ain't gonna do it. Penn State ain't gonna do it. Cause here we go. And somebody's catching on to what I'm saying. It's a reason Michigan gonna beat you. Read between the lines. There's a reason. All gone. Come on now. Who, me? I didn't show up in no Michigan gear. I ain't no turncoat. I've been an Alabama fan for too long to wear Michigan. Hell, if I didn't wear Michigan back in the Gap, what in the world I want to wear Alabama for now? Man, my head will fall off. My body will burn up. I'll be ashes before the night is over if I put on anything other than Alabama. And I'm telling you, Ephraim, when they get ready to play Ohio State is going to beat them again. I don't care if they averaging 130 points a game. They're not going to beat Ohio State. Book it. Jeff, please. Go look at the schedule, Ephraim. Their Michigan schedule favors them. Their schedule is weak, bruh. That's why I'm picking them. You would be a fool not to. Shucks, they don't play anybody. And that builds, and even though they don't play anybody, and I know it sounds like hypocrisy, but Michigan, when they get to a certain game and they get to a certain time of the year, they beat everybody. Sign stealing and all. But it would be if Michigan State beat Michigan. Big dog, if Michigan State beat Michigan, I'm just telling you now. See, that's the only quarterback I worry about. That's the only team I'm worried about. All I'm saying though, Ephraim, is that Michigan gonna beat Ohio State again. Michigan be in the Big Ten championship, and Michigan gonna win it. Saying that. Shoot, you Ephraim. You got all your money on Penn State. When Penn State let you down, you gonna be on one couch, Ebony gonna be on another couch, and I'm just gonna sit back and just listen to y'all just pull your hearts out. Big dog, I'm finna tell you now. If I'm on the sideline at a random Tennessee game with some binoculars in my hand. I'm gonna be up there looking at. You already know what I'm gonna be looking at. It won't be I'm up there looking at Tennessee. No, sir. Exactly. I'm just saying, I don't think it's gonna happen, Ephraim. I just don't see it, player. All I know is Alabama, there you go. There you go. Look at him. I just need one good sting, LaToya. Just one good sting. Woo! I stood in Michigan, and the ship they come over here on, honeybees everywhere. But look at him, right here. Thank you, Dwight. I appreciate that. Thank you, Steven. What school is that? Don't worry about that. That's Honeybee University. Nero. That's Honeybee University. That's all you need to know. Yes, sir, Bob. Yeah, buddy. But Ephraim, I just don't agree with this Josh Pate's prediction right here. I just don't agree with it. I ain't drinking no Kool-Aid. Only thing I agree with up there is the Alabama Crimson Tide. I believe Michigan can beat Penn State. Yeah. So just like, okay, Ephraim, I'm gonna go on and put it like this. It's like you remind me of somebody somebody within the United States of America who shall remain nameless. That it's okay for you to have your opinion, but everybody else can't have theirs without you causing some controversy. I'm just saying that I don't believe Penn State will win the Big Ten. That's all I'm saying. I ain't blinking nothing. I don't even know who the hell Constantine is. All I know is that he still signs. That's about all I know. I've read that. And then the NCAA did not really find him guilty of anything. So they gave him a slap on the wrist, just like I said they would. And that's what they did. That's just like I said they did. So with that being said, I've always said nobody taking Indiana. And I'm disagreeing with you. But for you to tell me that I'm drinking some Michigan Kool-Aid, I really want to say something, but I'm not. But but see, and that's repulsive. Because I don't like Michigan either. I don't like Ohio State either. If you really want to know the truth, I don't like nobody in the Big Ten. And if you want me to get real truthful with you, I don't like nobody but Alabama. I don't like Texas. I don't like Texas Tech. I don't like SMU. And if you keep on, I ain't going to like you here in a minute. I'm having fun too, Ephraim, because I talk much junk. But I'm telling you, it's a reason that I'm saying what I'm saying. I'm actually joking, but I'm actually being serious at the same time. I just can't say it how I want to because of the platform that I'm on, but I'm saying it for a reason. I'm telling you now, I don't like nobody but Alabama. And week 10, Steven, you and LaToya, y'all got to help me. Y'all got to help me now, because I'm telling you now, Alabama, that's all I got to say. Alabama. You know what? out of everybody up here, Penn State, Oregon, Texas, Clemson, Georgia Tech, Texas Tech, Arizona State, I don't like nobody up there but Alabama. I hear you, Ephraim. I hear you. I'm standing on, well, you standing on 12, I'm standing on 24 because I'm a freak. I'm just saying, I'm a freak of nature. 24 toes, that's me, with Alabama, and been standing on them same 24 toes since 1973. Now you do the math. I've been a fan that long. Yes, sir. I'm going to put that what Steven said. I don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide, what Steven said. And that's all that's it. Clemson is going to be a flamethrower on offense this season. Clemson going to be a flamethrower on defense. But it's when Clemson gets outside of the ACC, that's when they're going to run into problems. You can book that. I'm just saying. Clemson gonna have a problem. Clemson, I'm just saying now, Clemson gonna have some issues outside of the ACC. Now, I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna get out of here. Clemson will beat LSU. They're gonna beat LSU. LSU can't win first games if their life depended on it. You know. Yeah, they're going to beat LSU. That game there, and they're playing in Clemson, you bet on LSU, that's a sucker's bet. LSU is, man. Brian Kelly's on the hot seat. Brian Kelly on the hot seat. They just ain't said it. He's on the hot seat. What's up? It's the man. It's my brother. It's B Sharp. What's up, B? That's it. Time to blitz. We got some folks. I mean, I'm just saying. But yeah, but Clemson gonna do the doggone thing until they get the playoffs, and they have to step outside of the ACC and play a real team. Be Sharp in the house, y'all, my brother. Wait a minute, Governor says something. I'm done with that Michigan Penn State thing. I'm just telling you now. I'm telling you what I think. Why no Miami hype this season? Do people think they have a severe drop-off? I think, you know what? Miami reminds me of Georgia in a lot of ways. Now, why do I say that? The dominance is not there. Miami last year was more lucky than they were good. Go back and watch their games. There were games good and well Miami should have lost. That Virginia Tech game, Miami lost that game. The refs gave Miami that game. Go back and look at the replay. Miami was given that game. So the hype around Miami, not so much, Yeah, Dwight, what my producer said. Miami was living on the edge last year. And that's why when they got to certain games, they got beat. They lived on the edge. Ooh, Icebox. It's easy to be number one in a weak conference. That's easy. That's easy to do. Maybe, maybe not. Yeah, but Miami's spending money and has a good roster. You think they will be at least in the conversation for the ACC championship? Now, according to Athlon, they are. They're in the conversation, but they're saying still Clemson is going to win. Is going to win the conference. That's what they're saying. I don't think Miami, Miami's going to get there. Hold up, Governor. I was trying to find something. Governor, I saw you say something. The chat is moving real fast. ACC is too heavy, one or two teams. Big 10, the same way. Big 12, who knows? SEC, Hood games. I agree with the governor. ACC is too heavy, one or two teams. Yeah, real heavy, real heavy. Bottom heavy. Bottom heavy. You know, they weight it down. You know what? I liken the ACC to a good anchor. Anchors away. I liken them to a good anchor. Yeah, I agree with you, Governor. Hood games in the SEC because it's going to be the survival of the fit. Yeah, top heavy. You had it right the first time. No, heavy. They're too heavy. But I'm just going to say bottom heavy. Clemson, Miami, Louisville, Miami. I think. Okay, Nero. Who wins? First game. Miami versus Notre Dame. Who wins? I know it's not a conference game. Who wins? Who wins? That's why Piano Man's been saying week one, that week one schedule is going to be shaken up. That week one schedule is going to be shaken up. See, Notre Dame. That's going now. When Miami loses that game, because I feel like Notre Dame should beat them too. When Miami loses that game, then watch them. Watch it. Watch it. Yeah, I have Miami over Notre Dame. I believe Miami will beat them. You know, I'm gonna give you my predictions next week, but for today, in that particular game, Miami, Notre Dame will beat Miami. I believe that they will. Notre Dame's too strong. Come on now, Governor. See, and that's the reality right here. The SEC could easily have 8 teams be in the playoffs, and everyone will watch. People need to stop the nonsense. The SEC is where it's at. SEC week in, week out produces the better games. Go look at who's in the pro. Wait a minute. And speaking of pro, come on now. Philadelphia Eagles, Jalen Hurts, Devontae Smith, Cameron Latu. What's his name? Landon Dickerson, John Mechie. It's like, I saw this last night, and I was intending on putting this. I was intending to put this on there and send that to Dwight to let him show that too. The Philadelphia Eagles is loaded with Bama and Georgia guys. That tell you that's enough said right there. That's enough said right there of what's really going on. I'm just saying. Bama Nation, 10 players. Jahad Campbell, I forgot about him. Jahad Campbell, 10 players on the Philadelphia Eagles came from Bama. Came from Bama. That lets you know right there what the business is with the SEC, just right there. Right there. If Bama, one school has players on all the pro teams. I think all of them. All of them. Lets you know right there what the business is. So when you couple that with the rest of the SEC, that lets you know what's up. Hey, sissy, what's up, Kimberly? Good morning. It's my sissy, y'all. First and second rounders. And wait a minute, Governor. Whoa. First and second rounders, right? And put a lot of emphasis on them first rounders. Lot of emphasis. So Piano Man's just saying. So when it comes down to it, so let's go back to college now. That's why what Governor said about those 8 teams, easy. And that's what the other conferences are not wanting to see at any time with the SEC. So you sit down and you think about it for a minute. Alabama, Texas, Georgia, Ole Miss, LSU. That's 5 right there. LSU, Texas A&M, Florida, Tennessee. That's 8. I just named you 8 right off the bat. Right off the bat. Look at it. Eli Ricks, Tyler Steen, Landon Dickerson, Keelan Robinson, Jalen Hurts, Byron Young, on board, Cameron Latu, Jahad Campbell, Devontae Smith, John Mechie, all on one team. All on one team. I ain't got nothing to say. I have nothing to say. Icebox, we got to get together, brother. We got to get together. Glad that I know you got to go. I got to get ready to get out of here too. Got some business I got to go handle so I can be ready for this evening. But I'm telling you, oh yeah. Now, no, Jeff. No. The Raiders have Brock Bowers. I watched them play the other night. Brock Bowers made a catch the other night. Caught a pass from Geno Smith. I started to cut the TV off and go on about my business. He plays for the Raiders. Mac Jones plays for the Niners. All right. You're right, Stephen. You missed me with that crazy talk. But I'm just telling y'all, I'm still gonna stand on what I'm standing on. Like Ephraim said, it can be continued. Continue if you want to. Penn State not gonna win the Big Ten. They find every way to lose. They find every way to lose out. Shout out to all 30-something of y'all in the chat. Icebox, be careful of Bigfoot. I'm Icebox. I'm gonna tell you something. You talking about Bigfoot? I got this thing about the Loch Ness monster. I got it the other day, bro. I got it. I'm gonna give you a call. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna give you a call. I got a thing about the Loch Ness monster over there, Loch Ness. I just got this. I gotta see about that. There's a lot of crazy theory, but it's football season first. And then think about Carla and think about it like this. John Mechie, Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown. Cameron Latu. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. All right, Icebox. Ephraim, I'm no Eagles fan. I'm a Steelers guy. But I don't see why not. I don't see why not. Shucks. They doing it like that. Icebox, take care. Now, Governor, now you took the comedy too far. But, bro, if that happened right there, it's a done deal. It's a done deal. Bills got shut out last night, but you know what? It's preseason. I mean, that kind of stuff happens. Yeah. Ephraim, I said that last night, that it's time for the Ravens and the Bills. It's time for one of them two to show up. But if Kansas City keep winning, on Ephraim, you're gonna see some. If with the Ravens and the Bills, you're gonna see a shakeup in the organization. Because at some point or another, somebody's got to knock Kansas City off. It's supposed to be one of either the Ravens or the Bills. They've been flirting with it for a couple of years now. But it would be a good Super Bowl, Ravens-Eagles. That'd be a good one. That'd be a good one. It would be a good one. I agree with you there. Yeah, that'd be a good one. So I'm just saying, but y'all, we've had a cool show this morning. Eagles exposed K. They did. Good Lord. Exposed ain't even the, listen, Ephraim, exposed is not even the right word for that, big dog. I don't even know what word, you would want to use. I don't even know what word you would want to use for that one, player. But exposed, man, when Jalen Hurts just threw that touchdown to Devontae Smith, I knew then what the business was getting ready to be. Exploited them. I mean, they destroyed them. They trafficked them. It was a real trafficking ring went on in that Super Bowl, man. Carla, I should hope so. I would hope so. And just don't do that again. He's too good of a talent. And Carla, I almost had a thought right there, dear, and I'm gonna keep my mouth closed. I'm gonna keep my mouth closed. I'm gonna be quiet, Carla. I had a thought right there. I had a thought, Carla, with Henry Ruggs. I had a thought run through my brain when I saw you put that up there, and I'm just gonna be quiet about it. Yeah, Nero. I have a friend that's a big Bills fan, and when they would lose to Dallas, man, like, wow. Coach Carl, the wise one, my brother. What's up? Good morning, Coach. Yeah, Henry can come back, but Coach, I'm not gonna say what just a thought just ran through my brain. A thought just ran through my brain, and I'm gonna keep my mouth closed. Carla asked, could Henry come back? Henry Ruggs come back and everything. You know, exactly. Carla to put something on everybody's brain with that one. But I got a thought. Now, Ephraim, yes. But going up against them Eagles, and especially if they have to play them in Philly, I don't know, Ephraim. Oh, you read my mind, didn't you, LaToya? You read it. You read it. And I'm going to end the show with that. You read my mind. If the Eagles fooled around and got Henry Ruggs, I'm just going to stop watching pro football. I'll stop watching. I wouldn't watch nothing else. I wouldn't give up on my Pittsburgh Steelers, but I'll figure out how that TV thing be working just to watch the Eagles games. That man, that's almost criminal in thinking what could happen there. So anyway, but y'all, it's me too, Coach Carl. Let me see what's happening. Add to the stage. Daniel Hill, 6'1", 244. We see all of the stats. He's a big back, but I think he's deceiving when it comes to what he does from a skill set standpoint, because he can catch the ball out the backfield, and there's your wheel route. That's why I said I'm not worried about Jam being back in time enough in order to play Georgia. There's my dude right there. Like I told you last night, you don't want to see him and Richard Young, Daniel Hill, Richard Young back to back, and then you throw in Dre Washington and A.K. Deer. Watch Ryan Grubb on Richard Young. I think Rich puts a lot of time and really improved himself as a pass protector. I was like, wow, I feel like Rich has done a good job of being dialed. I'm not worried about how long Jam be out. Exactly, Bama in 2025. They hungry, let them play. Let's go forward. Jam's going to be okay, but I think we're going to be even better. Dre Washington. Dre Washington is a guy who's really showed up the first few days. I was really impressed with his vision. And someone else was talking about him on YouTube about he's actually going to be the number 3. And when he busted outside and get past the edge on you, well, good night, Irene. And then I heard someone say just this morning, watch out for AK Deer. Good morning, Zach. Watch out for AK Deer. I'm not worried about that. Yeah. I'm not worried about with hold it, excuse me. I'm not worried about all that. Yeah. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about this thing with Jam. Like what Bama in 2025 is saying, let them loose. Run that ball. Run the ball. Run the ball. Okay? Run the ball. Dang, Ephraim. Not two bionic shoulders. Come on, man. He gonna be the $8 million man out there. Come on, man. Kimberly, have a good day at work there. Thank you for coming. I'm about to get off too because the other man is angry. He is. Love you, Kimberly. Love you, Sissy. Love everybody on the chat. All right, couple of announcements I want to leave you with. First of all, we will be back this evening. We'll have our doing our college football giveaway today. But you've got to be here to win. Be subscribed to win. All that kind of stuff. Thank you for 315 in the chat. 315 subscribers. Thank you for 30 something out of y'all, almost 40 in the chat today. Thank you for your time and all that kind of stuff. Y'all welcome. I'm like Steven now, it's kind of an oxymoron, but welcome to week 0 of college football 2025. I'm ready. I'm like you, Bama 2025. Let's run that ball. We hungry. We're ready for it and all that good stuff. But we're going to have a good time this evening. We're going to be talking about a few things. We're going to probably pick up the conversation of what we're having this evening. I'll probably have the link up, and hopefully Coach Carl, Coach Sean, B Sharp, others can come on. Also, let's not forget about our brother KB. I'm still putting it out there for those of you that have not subscribed to his channel over on TikTok, Kangaroo Black 73. Let's get there. All right. Let's get there. And he will be on Wednesday evening, 7:15, and also Sunday evenings at 7:15. Same schedule, just a different venue until everything with YouTube gets straightened out. All right. We're not going to focus on all that's happened. It has happened. Kangaroo Black has made the adjustments. Let's just roll with the adjustments. All right. Also, Bam Dam Sports tonight, 7 p.m. Central. We're going to try to be there with them. Just hang out with them. It's football time. Let's make these shows great. Let's make them all great. Let's support them all as much as we can. I thank you for supporting me, but I'm also supporting others as well as myself. Bam Dam Sports, everybody. We talking about all things Bama, all things college football. Let's get it done. It's time to get it. Thankful to Dwight running the office today. Thank you, sir. I salute you. You the greatest. Thank you to the 401k crew. They'll help you make your money and then turn around and help you spend it. Cam Newton's jersey will be retired by Auburn, and so will Auburn be retired with Cam Newton as well. So thank you. Good job. Cam Newton jersey be retired, but go ahead and retire the rest of Auburn along with him. All right, and the world will be much better. Thankful for everybody again in the chat. See you this evening. Shout out to all content creators and podcasters. Remember what my pastor always says: stay focused, drive, and go forward in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. And remember, you can do all things through Christ that gives you strength. You can make it. You gonna make it. You gotta make it. All that good stuff. Now, just remember, Piano Man ain't no expert. I just know what I'm talking about. Okay, and everything. So until this evening at 5 p.m. Central, and all that other times, Eastern and everybody west of Texas. You know what time it is to you and everything. We're going to see you this evening at 5. Then after I go off, we have Bama Dam Sports at 7. Also, now I want to remind you, all of those channels that I frequent, I tell you that every day. Let's frequent them. Zach, with Picture Gaming, also B Sharp Sports, KB. We know what's happening there. Also, Coach Al, Coach Carl were on the block sports, Coach Sean, JMHO, Clint Lamb, all those guys at Bama Standard, everybody. DSGB84 for the best in Georgia content. Find him and his dad. They are thebomb.com. All them. Let's support our guys from Bama. Last but not least, don't forget 100.9 The Tide. All those guys, Martin Houston, sports, the locker room with the Sandersons, Gary Harris, my boy, the Miller's Edge. Okay, the Miller's Edge. I'm sorry, the Miller's Edge. Then Ryan. Touchdown Alabama. Then Ryan Fowler, Stingray, all of them. Okay, but the reason that I'm saying something is because also this Wednesday, really last Wednesday, started Hey Coach and it comes on 100.9 every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, right after Ryan Fowler goes off. So it'll be, I don't know who they have on this week. I haven't seen, but each week, especially starting with the season, you have Coach DeBoer there every Wednesday, every week, win, lose, or draw, every week. So that has started back up. Hey Coach, every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. So there's no reason for us not to be in the know as it relates to Bama football. The final whistle tomorrow night at 8 Central. Van will be there. Let's go join Van tomorrow after we hung out with B Sharp. After we hung out with the Sharpshooter Sports Talk, then we can go out with the final whistle. No reason for us to be in the dark about Alabama football. Alabama content is all over the place. And all of us, I think, we're doing a good job. Piano Man is going to be doing even better and everything. And get ready, because I want to let y'all in on a little secret. See how long we stayed on last night? That's my way of kind of introducing late night, the night run, okay? And it's going to be just a little different. I got to tweak it a little bit, and then we're going to do some more stuff, okay? So thank you for coming. Again, I'm no expert. I just know what I'm talking about. But until tonight, God bless. Have a great day. Buster, 3-Stroke, and Billy, y'all know what to do and everything. And thank you, LaToya. Thank you, honeybees. Thank you, honey. Thank you. Just thank you. Thank you, everybody. And Michigan can't beat Penn State. Okay. I'm going to agree with you, Ephraim. They can't beat them. They just going to annihilate them. Anyway, I'll see y'all later. Have a great day. And Piano Man is out. And last but not least, roll tide. Oh, one more thing. Forget them trees and the hedges and everybody else that's against Alabama. All right. Y'all have a great day. God bless. Roll tide. Piano Man is out.